Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we're here with an episode of SDF Macross. Before we get into anything else though, first up we got a comment from Ushiga from the episode Longest Birthday, because yes, that's how far ahead we are versus the YouTube release. They say the computer stated that Max had 50 hours of flight time, so I can think of three easy explanations. One, he got so wounded in the first episode that he was out of commission for months. Perhaps that is why he responds that way to being called a genius, where after his injury and rehabilitation, he finally lives up to his name. 2. He was lost in some random place like Hikaru that happened to have food. 3. The production team decided to save some time and snatch an unnamed character's design and recycle it.
Yeah, considering the sometimes production values of this series, I'm going for number three.
I don't know, I kind of like the idea that, remember, we were going back and forth about the fact that the listing shows that he's in episode one, and I'm like, yeah, there's that guy with green hair. We see the back of his head. That something just happened to him in episode one, and that's why it took so long for him to come back. Anyway, that was our comment. Well, technically, there was another comment. I just didn't pull it. It was just a Min Maze from China. But again, we're so far
Mhm.
ahead that that's
Yeah,
just a known thing for us by now.
yeah. I mean, they do say that the family's from mainland China, but we only see the family in Yokohama, so they could be. I mean, the parents could be from China. She could have been a little girl in China and then moved to Japan. So,
In an earlier episode, I think I said this before, they stated a place in China where she says to be
mhm.
from, and then
Yeah,
later in future episodes they go to Japan. But
yeah,
I've taken it for granted she's from China. I just never
yeah,
went back and tried to find the name of the place because I don't care that much. Also,
yeah,
China no longer exists. So,
yeah.
nationalities, what are those? What city are you from? Is what it is now. Uh, I think I had another thought from before, but doesn't matter. Why don't you tell us what happened last time?
Oh, last time was, let me check, Viva Maria. Episode 30, Max Mealy and their baby daughter, Camelia Maria, which explains the title, play a crucial role in the capture Centauri satellite factory, the source of the over technology which the aliens rely on. Essentially, they pull a Ming Mei gambit. They have the singing, they have the kissing between Hikaru and Misa again, which doesn't have the same effect this time around. And then finally, uh, an attack on the this satellite in which Melia shows her baby in a cute spacesuit, right? Probably has, well, I guess the one advantage that the spacesuit has built-in diapers in it, so
I
if the
used it
baby,
as the thumbnail, actually.
yeah, as in like diapers, that's not a bit of a problem. And showcase and that sends the Centrati into shock, these Centratis, which allows them to win the battle and defeat the Centrati. Thing is, also we get more about the Misa and Hikaru side of things, in which essentially Misa is having cravings about having a baby, and Hikaru is like, I don't know what's going on here. As always, Hikaru may be my boy, but he's lost in the sauce. I mean, he just got somebody has to slap some sense into him. I swear.
As you may have noticed, also, as you were watching, we got the overlay finally finished. Got lessons here fully drawn as Hikaru. Uh, and me as a character who will not longer appear in the show, I assume.
I mean, we do see him last episode, so there's that.
Yeah, just after how long, right? Plus, we're near the end. I don't imagine he's going to show up in future Macross things. Just dies of old age off screen or something. I don't know.
How old?
Infection from the metal plate.
Yeah. Although it's very interesting. How old could they live?
Forever, I assume. I think I've
Yeah.
projected that they probably are physically immortal in the sense of dying from old age and disease and whatnot, but probably
Yeah.
they just die out from war because they
Mm.
either they have cloning facilities or, which doesn't seem true since they can't even fucking repair their own ships, or they're just the giant bodies are self-contained, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
One of my favorite sci-fi novels, Egon. The people of the future just have whatever physical body they want. Like I think the guy's named Olmley, Olmley. and he eats like once every 3 or 4 months, and everything is handled internally. He doesn't use the bathroom anymore or anything like that.
That's interesting.
I also just remembered what the thought I had from before was, but thankfully we do it after the recap anyway. Misa is technically the second highest ranked military officer in the entire planet.
Yes, because now Captain Global is Commander in Chief of UN Forces Global,
Yes, but
which makes
also
sense because there's no other UN. There's nothing else. It's them, so they just continue the same traditions,
yeah,
right?
they
UN
had the
government.
option though. They had the option of one of the two of them because they were both captains at the point. So,
Yeah,
but also the idea that just after the attack happened and the Macross kept crashing down on Earth and everything like that, that they were both the same rank and the highest military commanders of the entire thing.
I don't think they were. And this happens in a lot of video games and stuff like that. People don't get ranking right, especially if they base it on the American model. Because she was a captain, but I'm getting the sense that she was like even though she's supposed to be part of the UN Navy, they gave her a army rank because later on when she has a higher rank, she becomes a major. So for people who don't know, an army captain is the equivalent of a lieutenant commander. Um, Actually, no, even lower.
I'll be honest, I look this stuff up whenever I need it.
In U.S. Navy, if you talk about the U.S. Navy compared to say U.S. Army or Marine Corps, so yeah, major. I think it's a full
Here's
grade.
before you get too far into this, I'm going to disagree with you on one salient point. They're all members of UN Spacey, which is its own branch, so they should all share the same military ranking structure.
Yeah, but they're using Army and Navy intermix, right? Because a captain of a ship would certainly have more outrank everybody on the ship that's not an admiral, and we know that they're admirals here, or they were anyway, because
There were,
Misa's father,
but that's not
Misa's father was an admiral, right? So
right, and he answered to the admiral, global. I
yeah,
mean, so it still
yeah,
holds up. I'm saying they should all be part of the same structure. That's the UN Spacey structure, which then would hold that a captain equals a captain.
yeah. I mean,
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think it's true. And I
I
don't
think it.
know that there's any evidence to the contrary. I mean, to
I
be
think
fair, this argument doesn't matter either way.
Yeah.
But I,
It's just it's a pet peeve of mine, right? And it happens all the time, especially in sci-fi, where like, oh, we're just gonna give somebody a rank, and they don't think about it. Like Mass Effect does this very badly, and I think some of the only ones that do it very well, like Halo, does it kind of well. That they actually gave, you know, Master Chief is a NCO and an uncommissioned officer because he's a member of the Navy, even though he's Navy Special Forces and not Army or Marine Corps Special Forces, right? So yeah,
well, the only thing I have to comparable to this is the show Legend of the Galactic Heroes, which, by the way, if someday we finish Macross, maybe you'd be interested in watching that one because that one also covers, God, the amount of tracking that I've had to do when I made a concept board and I decided to rank or to level everyone by their rank. Oh, Jesus. But the idea is that there they also have you have like a political position or not a political position. What do you call it? Like
aristocratic position.
global could be an admiral and chief of staff at the same time because they're separate positions. Among admirals, he could be the handling the chief of staff of
I mean, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. You have your rank, and then you have your position,
right,
and usually certain positions are assigned to certain ranks because of seniority. Of
right,
course, with the planet destroyed, it just happens to be the most senior officer happens to be it, right? So
right.
there's,
That sort
you
of
know,
thing. But that's
yeah,
the distinction I'm trying to make that Legend of the Galactic Heroes does fucking all the time with so many fucking characters. But they could still be captains, probably not. But Global's chief of staff, that's the distinguishing factor. Apparently, I guess Misa is just still shipborne. I don't even know what that means anymore. That the Macross doesn't seem to go anywhere. It just seems to be
yeah,
the power source that's powering humanity
yeah.
now.
I mean, it's still with like the headquarters too, right? So it's the
Well,
only ship, well, except for whatever
technically,
Central.
technically, it landed arms, arms horizontal to the ground, which means it still functions as a launch platform for
Yeah.
Valkyries and whatnot. So it's still a military base. I don't know why I air quoted that, but I mean, because technically it's what it's everything now. It's command and control. It's a power plant. It's a launch facility. It's technically it was ruined the last time we saw it, but I don't know
Yeah.
what they're doing anymore because it feels like they're also using parts of it to build humanity out.
I mean, at least they took out what was inside the city and put it out around the city, and it looks like prefab buildings, right? At least the house and stuff like that look prefab.
I don't know. They
If you
clearly
look,
they took the restaurant and then put it outside.
yeah, but when you look at the like the quarters where Hikaru is living, kind of like some kind of suburbs, they all buildings look the same and they look kind of rectangular. So I guess they were prefabs.
Or did they run out of budget?
That too.
We're going to copy this one building and just, you know, layer it over each other one. I'll take this little scalpel knife and I'll cut it out and I will just paste it over on paper.
Yeah, because this was hand drawn animation. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Xerox, when did that happen? Anyway, yeah, I don't imagine the Macross is going to be taking off again in the amount of episodes that we have left.
No.
Probably why we went out to get the autonomous factory or the automatic factory or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, the satellite, the factory satellite, because what they said was that they needed to build more ships to protect the Earth.
Yeah, but I mean, where the resources are going to come from? Sure, it's automatic, but you still got to supply it with something. We're going to put it out in the
I'm sure.
asteroid belt.
I mean, you can just get asteroids and from the moon and whatever else,
Yeah,
but
but I mean, it's not like we have this whole world, government and production facilities to start. Where's the basis of stuff? I guess we have at least one Centrati ship in orbit. Maybe we haven't seen that many else. Well, the rest are crashed
yeah,
on the planet.
yeah, you can probably toward those apart as well,
I just
and you
don't.
have working centrati. I mean, you have centrati that work, right?
Some of
In
them,
factories,
some
at
of them
least
are
in
getting real
factories.
pissed off about it.
Yeah, that's true.
I think what was the last shot was that was the last shot of what's his name, Quasim.
Yeah.
Quasim's base
Pro-
has the clone, not the clone. What do you call
No,
those facilities?
the mic. Well, they're cloning and mic clone facilities because I think they're both for cloning and also to create either larger or smaller sizes them. But well, we'll see this episode because
Well, I mean that was a whole debate we had last time that I don't think they're
yeah.
cloning because, well, I don't know. It seems like you would need your old body, otherwise you'd have a real problem becoming accustomed to doing anything over again. And we've seen Fulmo dance. That guy was already ready to dance. All right. Well, anything else you want to go over before we get into the episode?
Not really.
All right. So we go ahead and get on into it. But first, let's all hit that like button. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Hit that subscribe button and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. Just $5 a month. But hey, no pressure. It's all to support the channel. Just a little bit extra. I hope you're ready to look at that mask again and admit that it's a glass thing that they just pushed down for some reason.
I mean, unless you're describing the reflection on the glass, and
Nope.
that's what you're
Talking
seeing.
about right over his mouth.
No, because he's on the side, so it's like this. He's not, he's not facing
Nope,
the
it's like
camera.
a
He's like this.
circular thing over his mouth.
I
And
don't
it
see
has a
that, but sure.
glassy reflection. Well, because you're trying to indicate it's the two blue bulb things that have come out from the side of his mask. But when you look at those face on, they do not do this roundy thing. They do the same
I
as
don't,
his goggles do, but now they're down by his over his mouth.
no, but I think the problem is you're seeing it from the corner, so you're seeing from the head
No,
behind.
no,
So you would
no. He's
think,
side on.
yeah.
Wait, do you not see it's right under his nose? It circles around under his nose.
No, it just projects. I mean,
No, it's under his.
his color doesn't go all the way around.
It goes
You
right
see the
under his
color.
nose. It's like this tight to his face.
I think you're seeing stuff that is not
I
there.
think you're maybe looking at a different scene than I am every time I'm talking about this. I cannot wait for the YouTube comments to get here and be like, you're covering it up because you guys are talking and never show the intros, so we have no idea what you're talking about. This is going to be an unresolved question. We're going to be watching like Macross 7 plus Delta or whatever the fuck it's called by the time this hits YouTube. Is that the same ship that they traveled to Alaska in?
I hope not, because that probably was destroyed.
I don't know. It's still labeled as the UN thing. I mean, the shuttle that Misa and Global took to talk to the.
I mean, I'm sure they had more than one shuttle.
Right, but I think that one came from Alaska to pick them up.
Yeah.
That's why I'm bringing it up. I don't think they had these things on their own. Who knows? They have an infinite number of Valkyries.
Oh, yeah, they have 2 of them there.
What, on the Zentradi ship?
Yeah.
We're
one by
already just
side of the other.
intermingling. It's been 2 years. Great, making more balls. The most effective battle unit that we've ever known. Set it up to make Valkyries.
I think that they're I mean, they just captured the thing. I don't know if they retooled them or not yet. See, there's problems with it.
We had to go back and investigate that Supervision Army ship. It'd be really hard to fix, by the way, since it's all made for giants. Sabotage. I guess we're just not gonna find out. I was betting on sabotage, though. The bridge has gotten fucking massive. They certainly don't refer to them like their boyfriends.
No.
Those cleaners. I guess it makes sense, though. Like I said, I know I'm no looker, but that dude looks like a grandpa. I can't imagine one of these 3 being with a grandpa. Oh, Gundam wants to talk to you. So look, I know him. I've said it every time. It's the fucking Gundam communication noise. Oh, this dude. We gotta add him to the board. I legit have no idea who he is. I just know he's been on the big old backdrop of character images from behind the actor studio of somebody I haven't met yet. It's like, it's him.
Yeah, you started arguing with everybody. Now everybody's doing it after you, so shut up.
They formed a city. Those are horribly drawn Zentradi giants. They formed a whole city around one of the Zentradi crashed ships.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did they steal?
The Micron machine.
That's my favorite brand of small toy car. Micron machines.
See? Yeah, they have one of the cylinders.
Yeah, I would have guessed that. Huh. That's disturbing, by the way, but I don't think we've ever seen a Zentradi wearing glasses before.
抵抗しても無駄だ。君たちがどのように生活しようと自由だ。だが勝手にマイクロン装置を持ち出すことはやめてほしい。
We can get the hell out of here, but you don't get the micro machine.
It's hard to believe that these guys are any happier out here.
パトロール隊の目が厳しくてね、なかなか思うようには。
バカ野郎。パトロール隊なんざひねりつぶしまえ。
That's fair.
お黙りおいぶ。お前この2年の間に弱気になったよね。
そんなことはねえ。
だったらマイクロン装置の1台や2台大暴れしてでも奪ってこられるだろう。
口では簡単に言えますがね、今の戦力じ
長
ゃ。
官に向かってその口の利き方は何だ。
やめろ。てめえら二人でつべこべ言い合ってる時じゃねえだろ。おいくれ。マイクロン装
Also,
置
what
が
are
ね
you
えとな
fighting for?
みんなを元に戻してやるって言った俺の立場はなくなるんだ。どんな手段でもいい。かっぱらってこい。行け。
頼りになるのかしら。あの男だ。
Seriously? Okay, never mind. Looks like you're standing in a completely different way.
変わらずにたくましいのは。
Nope, never mind. Exactly what I thought.
やめろ。
Yeah.
よし。やっぱり奴らに任せたの
That's what I'm saying. What are you fighting for? It's not for your old Zentradi society. You're doing the thing.
乗りやすい男。
You're literally men, women, living together. Mass hysteria.
I think they're past that, basically.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like, what do you're not fighting for old Zentradi society. You're living in the current society, just by yourself. But they haven't stated like any new goals or anything. That's my problem.
任務。
光る。
They're really nailing that she looks dead inside look.
あなたは？
この町の市長です。
そうですか。これは軍で預からせていただきます。
それは困る。ご承知のようにこの町の大半がゼントラーディ人です。身近に装置がないと何かと不便なのです。軍もそれは分かっていてくれているはずだが。
その通りですが、
Unless your city
以前とは
produce
状況が変わ
shirts.
りました。今がどんなに危険な時か、あなたにも分かっていらっしゃるはずです。ゼントラーディ人の中には地球に馴染めず不満を募らして暴れる者も出てきました。
それがどうした。そうだそうだ。
集結した不満分子が力を得るために巨大化したらどうなると思います？マイクロン装置をボートから守らねばなりません。軍が預かります。
一条隊、それはこじつけだ。
海軍さん。
Fun times.
ゼントラーディ人はいつどんな時でも自由にマイクローンになったり巨人になったりする権利があるはずだ。
当然です。
だったら大勢のゼントラーディ人が住むこの町からマイクロン装置を取り上げるのはち
You
ょ
know,
っ
this
と
is a
ひど
really
いんじゃ
dumb
ないです
argument
か。
too. How much
Yeah.
food is required to feed a giant Zentradi? At this point, all Zentradi giants should be forced to become Myclones. Just for, like, food.
皆さん、これを軍が保管するというのは国家権力の不当介入です。この装置はこの町で持つのが正当なのです。そうだ、その若者の言う通りだ。
待ってください。この町にはわずかな武力しかありません。万一装置を奪いにボートたちが襲ってきたら。
その時は住民の力で守る。そうだそうだ。
Maybe you missed the first point where I said you had no firepower.
軍の勝手にさせ
Yeah.
この装置は俺たちの宝なんだ。
You teach everyone to do kung fu?
新統合軍政府に来ればいつでも自由に装置は使えるようにします。万一のために保管させてください。
どこれ、権力を振りかざすな。帰れ帰れ。帰れ。帰れ。
Oh no, they're chanting. However, we have no firepower, as we previously discussed, and we have 3 weapons of war that we landed in. Stop looking at Minmay.
私何にもしてあげられない。
Oh, they fired a nuke.
Oh God. Oh Jesus Christ.
You gotta think in the background
You know-
of this, they're chanting still, right?
Yeah.
At the very least, you know this is pissing him
帰った
off.
方が良さそうだな。
Small favors.
野郎ども、トラッドの町にマイクロン装置がある。一挙にぶんどってくるんだ。
I've got it on good authority.
行くぜ。
They have no firepower.
Well, they're not using the battle pods in this time around.
Yeah, thank God. They've all understood that they're worthless. I can only hope that Kaifun stays there and gets killed. Look, I know it's not the kind of show that you should be rooting for people to be killed in, but some people just
It's
gotta go.
It's Kaifun, so I don't care.
Some people just gotta go.
Yeah. And he started the fight because he saw.
いや、
何か気になる。
Hikaru looking at Minmay.
ああ、
Yeah.
軍人が言ったように、もし強力なボートたちに襲われたら、ふとそう思った。
Don't worry, Kaifun will teach the giants to do karate or some shit, I'm sure.
大丈夫ですよ。そうだな。住民の当然の権利です。軍の連中の思い通りなんかにさせてはいけないんだ。うん。隊長、いいんですか？本当に。
これ以上言う権限はないんだ。
あの海軍の野郎が焚きつけなきゃみんな承知するとこだったんだ。
もう言うな。
Yeah, it's a shame that we don't have, like, I don't know, authority to do what's required to be done.
野郎ども。
I mean, they're not a military dictatorship.
They literally are. They're descended from a military dictatorship. The former UN was literally
Yeah,
taking
but-
control of the media.
ゼントラーディ人をも含めて3000人が入って。
Yeah, but apparently now they have a diversified government, which each city has its own, you know.
You know what they should do? They should declare that city to be dead and just take it and leave.
お願いします。士を挙げてバックアップします。
Look, we learned from the people that came from
で
before
は
us.
舞台を見ていただきましょう。幕を開けてくれ。どうしたんだ？もっと輝いた顔をしてくれよ。市長がしらけてる。
私胸騒ぎがするの。
なんだって？
暴動を起こした人たちはこの町にマイクロン装置があることを知ってるのよ。きっと襲ってくるわ。
なんだ、まだそんなこと考えてるのか。
だって
Yeah, stop thinking about
余
things.
計な取り越し苦労は。
Yeah, that are important and may sacrifice the life of people. Oh, it has nothing to do with you after you incited the you asshole.
I mean, it's not even that. It's like,
最高だ。
how are you going to be excited about this building that you're expected to perform in when you know it's going to be destroyed in a little while?
On cue.
Surprisingly, they were armed, though. You gotta hand it to them. Whoa. That was a footballer attack, that one.
Yeah.
I guess it just seems unlikely that Kaifun's gonna die because Minmay is right next to him all the time. It's his plot
ライン
armor.
を組み交わしながら話す内容でないことは確かだ。我々巨人とプロトカルチャーの関係が分かったのです。我々巨人は戦闘用に作られた種族なのだ。
我々はプロトカルチャーによって作られたというのか。
我々はエキセドル君。あとは。
Just somebody fucking tell it already.
今から50万年以上も昔のことだ。宇宙には絢爛たる文明を誇ったプロトカルチャーと言われる人種が生存していた。だがある時、勢力が大きく2つに分裂した。プロトカルチャーは遺伝子工学を駆使して戦闘用に合成した巨大な人類を作り上げたのだ。それがゼントラーディ軍と観察軍の巨人兵だ。彼らには 最初から文化を与えられてはいなかった。
So wait, the supervision army is also
力も
giants?
強い。文化を持てばプロトカルチャーが滅ぼされてしまう危険もある。こうして文化を持たぬ巨人たちは戦うことのみで長い長い時代を過ごしてきたのだ。そしてひ弱なプロトカルチャーはついに自ら作った巨人と戦火の中で滅んだのだ。
How long ago did Birdman fall on Earth?
I don't remember. Top of
I'm
my
sure they
head.
said.
I know, but right now I don't.
通信センターを叩き壊せ。軍に連絡させるんじゃねえぞ。久々の戦闘だ。血がたぎり上がるぞ。
Oh wait, the people were gonna protect us. Yeah.
People's right.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's the thing. If they had attacked with battle balls, or whatever the fuck they're called, they would have lost.
Battle pots. Yeah, battle pots.
I'm just saying, they would have lost if this had been another pod battle. They came with the mobile suits.
その後我々は50万年もの間ただただ戦争だけを続けてきたというわけだ。
では地球人はプロトカルチャーではないというのか。
全く同じというわけではない。
ほとんど同じ遺伝子や血液を持つのはどうしてですか？
遺伝子工学のなせる技だ。プロトカルチャーの遺伝子工学は地球人の祖先にも何らかの影響を与えたということですな。
まさか僕たちも作られた人種って言うんじゃ。
Ah, if only Roy had learned more and then taught you something about it, Hikaru.
そう信じたい。我々はプロトカルチャーによって作られた。
Or if only Lasalle's brother had talked to her more, I guess.
I
mean, not really.
まるで
It's to imply the devil no longer exists.
いつも喧嘩ばっかり。
そうでもないじゃないか。
嫌な女ね、私って。
Sorry, what are we talking
トラ
about
ントの
now?
町が襲われたわ。
Yeah.
マイクロン装置が奪われたんですって。
何
10分ほど前のことらしいわ。通信網が断ち切られて、たった今報告が入ってきたのよ。
ちくしょう
今から警備網を敷いて間に合えばいいけど。
What? What do you mean? What? How will they get there in time? It was stolen 10 minutes ago.
I mean, the jets can fly pretty
Yeah,
fast, I suppose.
But it's already stolen, and the Zentradi forces were flying too.
いや、違った生
This
活
is a Watchmen scenario. What, you think I'll tell you my plan if you still have the ability to affect it?
ええ、そうですね。あな
By
た
the
は
way,
戦争を
Max's name is in the
してなさる一人ではあ
background.
りませんか。
そうかもしれません。
It was written on the screen.
しかしそれは気休めに過ぎない。文明がどれだけ
Smoking on the
進歩した
bridge.
としても、戦争はなくなりますまい。プロトカルチャー人がたどった道のようにです。我々だけではない。あなた方でさえ戦争からは逃れられないのです。そう悲観的にならんでくれ。
I mean, that really is the drawback of this entire scenario. Is that they've sacrificed everything to live in this life with you, and you're proving just to be
町の人たちに
just
反
like
対され
they
ても
were,
強引に装置を持ってきてればよかったんだ。
but not even giants. Hey, it's the U.S. Army.
U.S. Army. Probably was a requisition mech from the before the war.
I mean, it has to be. It would explain why they don't belong to the military anymore, but just the city itself.
なぜ言えなかったの？
動いた。
民兵乗れよ。
I don't know. Looking at the devastation and everything kind of has a weird connotation, knowing that the whole world got destroyed. This is just something we recently built in the last 2 years, and then destroyed it again.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just kind of tired of seeing the destruction now.
I mean, so apparently is Minmay.
Well, I don't know. She seemed to be, I don't know. She's dead inside. We covered that. Love me some orange juice.
見てろ力をつけて地球の連中を叩きのめしてやる
Oh, they kidnapped... Did they kidnap humans, or was that Centrati in my clone form?
Yeah, there was Centrati in microphone.
Okay, I thought maybe they, like, kidnapped humans for, like, slave labor or something.
さあ行くか。
Imagine every vehicle you get into, it's your voice playing, no matter what.
光
Should have stayed in the Valkyrie. Batroid. Sorry, I can't remember what they're called when they're in semi-human form.
Uh,
I want to say Batroid, but I
What's-
think that's the other thing, isn't it?
no, it's Battloid of Jet Form and Gershok, Gerwalk.
戦闘用に作られた悪魔の人形。サタンボール
Also,
Ah, the
confusingly, the Centrati have a concept of the devil.
I mean, probably using the language as it being around humans for how long?
What am I looking at?
That he's building an army.
Yeah, giants. We already knew that. I don't know what the pause is for. Weird.
It's a dramatic pause.
Oh, please throw him into the wall. Hard as you can.
新統合軍に対して戦艦の引き渡しを要求してきたのである。光を中心として人質奪回作戦が開始された。次回超時空要塞マクロスブロークンハー
I don't know where we go with the end of the series anymore. I don't know what we're building up to. No, my point was, it's not so much they have the concept of the devil, maybe, but they used the devil and Satan in the same sentence, which is two different proper nouns. Maybe the devil can be used as like an adjective, but Satan is a proper noun, and they used both
Yeah.
of them. The Centrati did.
Yeah, I think it's just it's the writers trying to be clever using English words and missing the point.
I mean, it would be hilarious if the Centrati proved that Christianity was right in a Japanese-made show where Christianity is not the primary religion. Ah, Jesus, I don't know where to go with this. I mean, it's the same as before, right? It's the plot from Quasim, or whatever his name is, to just get back to being the old Centrati that they were. It feels like, but it can't be his plan. He's living with a woman.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know,
Or-
is he a hypocrite? Does he not care? Because that's been his whole clan thing from before.
Yeah, he just wants power, I think. That's all there is.
By the way, your supreme leader, you mean the ally killer? Yeah, that guy.
The
The guy we all
yeah,
decided to
that
follow.
guy.
We all hedged our bets on the ally killer. What about Britai? Nah, man, he makes us work. He doesn't kill us, though. Yeah, I'd rather be killed by the ally killer than work for Britai, who's never gonna show up again. I don't know, man. And then apparently they're saying our whole efforts from last episode to get that base, that space manufacturing place was all worthless.
I mean, I don't think it's worthless. I think encountering problems with it is not so easy.
Well, here's my concern there, is that the only people large enough to repair it, because apparently, remember, it's all macro scale, so you have to be a giant to fix that kind of shit. And the giants don't know how to fix it. So what are we gonna do? Like build little watchtowers on the shoulders of the giants so we can instruct them? Are they gonna fill them with cameras? No, we don't have those micro cameras anymore. We have a film crew stand on the shoulder and report
I mean, I
back.
think you can still train them. It's just gonna be
They're too busy fighting us. The
No, no,
giant
but
ones
not-
are the ones who go violent first.
not all Centrati
Hashtag.
are rebel.
You start that with a
Yeah, not all
hashtag.
Centrati in the hashtag not all Centrati are on the side. So clearly Beatrice Centrati are on the side of the humans, and you have other Centrati there on the side of the humans, right? So yeah, it's possible.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Predominantly, it seems like the giant Centrati are the ones that are going violent, because it's always the giant ones who are shown going violent. It's never the
No,
my
because
clones going rebel.
no, we saw my clones because the vehicles that we're driving would be driven by my clones.
Okay, fair enough. But I mean, predominantly, look, I don't want to be that guy in fantasy racism here, but it does. There's a larger number of giant Misantrati are attacking people than not. Like the giants and Trotty are shooting at the Myclones too. It's weird. They're shooting at themselves. Look, all I'm saying is that there is a larger proportion of Centrati on Centrati crime if you look at the numbers.
Oh, you had to go there. Oh,
Look, I
geez.
just say that the show is throwing out stuff at me. It's very hard to take in. Look,
I mean, like I said, this is the back half of the series that if you had problems with the beginning and the development, this is the part where it's a sort of post ending story, and it just seems to be floundering. Like, I guess we gotta come up with more episodes.
I
What
mean,
do we
there's
do?
certainly a very abrupt bell curve going on here. The whole series, and then we get to what episode
You know,
27, and then we gotta go
uh,
back down the bell curve.
yeah.
I'm just a little bit off put that we went on this whole adventure to get the production facility, and then
Mhm.
covered it in like a couple of minutes in the very beginning of the episode. Well, it's fucked. Well, I've got something to tell you. And it turns out that apparently it had nothing to do with the production facility because he must have told Global the whole protoculture thing. Because
Yeah.
for some reason, Global felt so confident that he had gotten the story right that he's like, "No, let me interrupt you, Exodol, the archivist who's gotten all this knowledge, and let me tell them everything you told me at the beginning of the episode. I've got it down."
I mean, yeah, that's true. I thought Exodus was the one going to explain, but
Well,
apparently
he
he
should have
wasn't.
been because he's the one who figured it all out. He says, "I figured it out. Let me tell you, no, Exodol, I should be the one to say why. Because you're a human? Are you being racist right now? What's going on? Is it because I'm the only Browns and Trotty you've ever seen? What's going on here?"
Ooh,
Look, Exodol does not look like any other Zentradi. I don't know what's going on here either.
it's- I'm not. I'm
Look,
not going there.
for the
I'm
viewers,
not
I'm
going there.
being hyperbolic. That's all. I'm
Yes.
not actually leaning into any real world politics or anything. Um, yeah. I mean, obviously, the message here is that we are no better than the people that we meant to Messiah complex our way into, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think that this arc could be much shorter. You could do this in on like 3 episodes, right? And we're like 5 or 6 episodes in, and it's also in service of, oh, again, will they, won't they? Like that moment where it's like, "Oh," and the music's playing, and they're circling each other. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
because in the middle of that, they're being chanted at to get out.
Yeah,
Well, not them. Literally, Hikaru is being chanted at to get out, and he's like
yeah.
staring off. Like all these people have to be looking down at him. Like, what is he? He does hear us, right? Is that helmet muting us? Is he wearing sound protective headphones in there? What's going on?
And also, again, we have a moment when he's talking to Misa, and Misa says, "Oh, I guess I'm a terrible woman," and he's like, what are
Well,
you
then yeah,
talking about?"
Lasalle comes walking in, and it's like,
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. Lasalle's the one
yeah,
who's trying to get them hooked up anyway. So
yeah. Well, she had to, do. Somebody has to actually do some work around here, and it was Claudia's job to do it. Like, listen, we got a message. Okay, I guess I gotta go. Right?
okay, my final thought that just occurred to me right now is I guess I can X off everybody from the Macross Zero timeline.
Uh-huh.
Those people are probably dead now, considering that everybody on Earth is dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, you have a final thought before we wrap up here?
The only thought is I can do without the continuing drama. You know, a giant boulder or piece of building should just fall conveniently on Kaifun, and then we should have somebody just sit these three idiots in the table and go like, listen, here's some tea, here's some coffee, talk it out. You want to make a polycule? Fine, whatever. Let's go.
They clearly take Kaifun and Minmei hostage, right? What they gotta do is, well, this is the idol. She's the one that we're gonna bargain for. Now to prove that we're serious, Kaifun at the wall! Alright. Well, once again, thank you all for joining us. It's been another episode of SDF Macross. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, we've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?